I have logged on to a Beaker system. That's our tooling system at Red Hat. And I am on Fedora. So following the instructions, first command you run, first thing that it's not on the instructions, but what I always do first thing is DNF install git. If you don't do this now, you will have to do it later. So I just always start doing it at the beginning because I'm gonna have to do it eventually. Awesome. So we have git, and so now I will do sudo DNF so if you are not on Fedora, if you're on RHEL, you run the other sudo command. And this is just to install dependencies. Sometimes takes a little while. Okay, so we say yes. So the next command, so now we're going to speed up the kernel builds by running dnf install ccache. And now we can clone the latest Linux kernel and run this command. I just copied and pasted it because it's kind of long to type. And again, I am going directly from the website E0 in the course schedule. So this step does take a few, a minute, 2 minutes, not too long. There is a step later that takes a lot longer that takes about an hour. But this one usually takes about a couple minutes, not too long. Cut here. Awesome. Now we will go into the Linux directory of the kernel tree. Go into Linux. Then we will copy the kernel config. So with cp. And we will set new config options. Okay, so now we are going to edit the make file, and we do that by vim make file. And so you can just type make and then tab, and it will auto finish it for a little shortcut. So now, so I use vim, that's the editor I use, but using anything else is fine. So the steps say to edit, to add something cool to extract extra version, which, so I will edit it. I click I to go into insert mode, and it suggests starting with a period, and then I'm just going to type my name, and then escape to get out of insert mode, colon, and then I will save it with W, and then quit with Q, enter. Okay. Now, let's see if that works. So we'll type make kernel version. Yes, it did work. Perfect. So now we will continue on to the extremely long command. So it is time to build a kernel. So we will type make a Okay, so this one takes a very long time, so I would suggest not waiting around for it. Okay, so continuing on, so this command has finished and was successful. So now the next command is, again, sudo and then make modules install, and then we need that J option again, and then same and proc. So this command will take about 2 minutes, not as long as the other one. So what this is doing is it's installing the kernel modules for the kernel that we just built. The directories are writing owned by root, which is why we needed sudo. So I guess this is a good time to say congratulations, everyone has just built their first kernel. If you've made it to this step, you have built your first kernel. Maybe it's not your first. But if it is, congratulations. That is not an easy task, and most people cannot say they've ever built a kernel. Awesome. So now we run just simple sudo make install. This one takes about a minute. Not too bad. So I guess I'll explain this now. The the next step is to shut down your VM. I'm not on a VM. I'm on a system through Red Hat. So instead of running the shutdown command, the sudo shutdown now that everyone will run, I'm running a different command, sudo reboot now, just because I don't have access to turn it back on any other way. So, but you guys should run sudo shutdown now. And if anyone has questions about like the difference between the two and why I'm using one rather than the other, feel free to put it in the element chat. Those commands should take a minute. There we go. All right, perfect. So as I said, sudo, and you guys would do shutdown now, but I'm going to do so as you see, it logged me off the system because it is shutting down and restarting. So when you guys restart your VMs back up, you will be prompted to choose which kernel you want to boot back up with. So that's in the notes. But for me, I just log back in and then I continue with steps at step E. Okay, so I'm going to log back in. Yes, it's back up. Awesome, we're back in. Okay, so now let's check out our kernels. Sweet. Okay, cool. So now we see our index. So we're going to do sudo w. I'll do perfect. So I jumped a step ahead before with the uname, and we'll do dmessage, which is a super helpful command, and you guys will use it a lot in this class. And then OMI, another great command. Sweet. So that is E0.